Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hour 2, wherein you just saw two shadowy forms up on the castle wall there. Stalbor, Greyside. However,
It's Grace Pride.
Stalbor, you're looking awfully Dave right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
That's because I'm actually like leaning in a little bit because I'm reading.
All right, so we don't have a William yet. William isn't a thing yet. How is William not a thing yet? We'll make something.
Because he's actually
eating
like,
watermelon.
That's too fun.
That can't be applied to other people.
Yeah.
All right, eating on stream in general.
No, everyone eats on stream.
Well then,
If you try and make a thing yourself,
I don't want to make a thing.
It doesn't work.
I don't want to make
It's
a
got to
thing.
happen naturally.
So moving on, the forms that are up there that Stalbor sees the second one. All of a sudden, Stalbor also sees, because they can't really make it out, Stalbor also happens to see the forms jump. And you realize they're coming down. They're coming down quickly. It's not a small jump, but they don't seem to care. Everybody roll initiative except Bellum and Stalbor. You guys both have advantage because Bellum you always do, and Stalbor you had
I always have advantage.
because you got a good eye on this one.
I didn't roll I didn't click on my person.
Yeah, me either.
It's a difference of one.
Yep, well, that you know.
My skeletons.
Poor
are too
Aaron
busy
loses her.
drowning.
4. I know, right?
Yeah, poor Aaron loses their turn this round.
Oh, you lose your turn. That's not good.
Well, she loses
Oh,
her action.
and Ryyk gets to do. It gets your turn in exchange. All your turns belong to Ryyk.
Is somebody not? Okay, Bellum's not on there. That's weird. It's because he also forgot to press his token.
Yeah.
Oh, I should just let you take that natty one.
Excuse me, sir.
Just as a reminder to everybody, one of the house rules we have, if you roll a natural 20 on initiative, your first round you get 2 actions instead of 1. If you roll natty 1 on initiative, your first round you don't get that action, but you still have your bonus and move. If you guys can just adjust those, thank you so much. Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Hold on, why is this thing being dumb? Why are you being dumb, Roll20? Stop doing the dumb stuff.
Because that's what it's well known for.
Being dumb?
Doing
What
the
are, you,
dumb.
what are you having trouble with? Are you sure it's not user error?
It probably is. It is. Don't tell Ollie. All right.
Are you trying to put the turn order in order?
Here we go. Nope, I got it.
Look at them cute little earth elementals.
Um.
Golems, whatever. They're all the same.
Okay, there they are. 2 creatures drop down immediately before you guys and come into view. As that happens, Ryyk immediately is able to spring into action, and you can react however you'd like. One of them, the one that you were able to kind of see before the darkness as it jumped down, lands only about 15 feet from you, pretty much immediately in front of you, right? Like you turn your attention to it. The other one jumps down. It's about 30 feet away, off to your right-hand side, over by like the edge of the wall that's over there. And so it lands down there. As Ryyk brings his attention to it, like probably draws a sword, however you're about to describe what your action is, and you look at the creature, you see that this thing is this kind of like hulking form of like meat in front of you. It's like hulking form of flesh in front of you, and it is disgusting what you see. It's kind of bulbous and it has like rippling muscles with skin sagging off of it. The thing just looks unnatural and frightening. Probably like a bloated zombie is probably the best way to describe what you see in front of you.
Yummy. Okay.
It stands at probably about 6'4" and has all this kind of like to it. All right.
So I pulled out my weapon earlier when we saw that shit. So I'm just going to charge attack the closest one. And I'm gonna give it the old swiperoonie.
I'm gonna swiperoonie it.
You get so many attacks right now. It's ridiculous.
That 21 gonna hit?
21 definitely hits.
That's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see here, and then a second swiperoonie. That one is not gonna hit.
What's a total of an 8? No, it was a 91. It obviously fails. It's like the first one, as you come rushing towards the thing, you cut your sword into it, and you try to cut your sword through this creature. You have a hard time cutting through. Like its flesh is made out of something really hard to cut into. That doesn't change the fact that you rip your weapon through it and leave a gash into it. Then as you come back the other way and try to cut into it, it actually gets its arm up and your sword just into its arm. And again, the zombie-like creature it is doesn't give a shit. I'm sorry.
I did not mean to click that. My apologies.
You did not want to do 2 unarmed strikes, or you did?
No, I did not. I don't know how it even clicked once. That was weird. I intend to just keep swinging at this thing with my sword.
What he meant to say was, when I saw my rolls, I wasn't satisfied with them. So I just...
So I'm going to keep swinging with my sword. My sword.
Okay, that's obviously a hit.
So that means I actually dealt an extra 4 damage with the first one because I'm not doing any.
Well, you haven't chosen what you're going to do with your bonus action yet. Finish
Yes,
using your 2 actions, then you can choose your bonus action.
Sword.
Okay.
And the second sword misses.
Actually, the second sword attack does hit.
A 9 hits?
A 9 hits, yes.
They're probably zombie-like, you know, they're not even trying to defend.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, well.
It's one of those things where you move so quickly with your attacks, your flurry of strikes and whatnot with your sword, you easily are able to hit this thing as often as you are.
All right. Shit. I already went past it, so never mind. I was like...
All right, you still have your bonus action. What do you choose to do with it?
Well, I wasn't going to flurry of blows these guys, but I'm nervous that... Well, my fists don't count as magical because I got rid of that for... My weapon automatically counts as magical.
Your weapon does. Your fist don't as well?
I'm double checking that real quick.
Okay, while he's doing that, the next step in initiative...
Yeah, so hold on. I do. It does count for my fists as well. Okay. So... Scratch that. I will flurry of blows. Do you want me to keep the unarmed strikes I accidentally roll?
Sure, that's fine. And so both of those hit. You can click them for their damage.
7 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 for the second.
Okay. Thank you so much. And so amongst your flurry of attacks that you do there with your sword, you slash it with the sword, throwing like a hard hit in various different areas in the body. And you can see like the flesh rippling around your different attacks. Each one of them doesn't quite land the blow that you were hoping it would. Each one of them kind of like looks like a muted effect. But you honestly think it's just because its skin is made of something so heavy, and what's behind the skin looks as though it's made out of maybe made out of something that's like, maybe it's just the fact that their organs don't function, and so they just sit there as almost like a stone wall or whatever it is. But as you hit the body, it is much like, trying to cut through a wooden board that's pressed against a wall, as opposed to like karate chopping a board that's held in the air. Like it just absorbs the impacts easily. That ends your turn. Yep. And then actually, the one now standing before you, that's when you kind of came at it with all these different attacks that defended against one attack the entire while. But then after defending against attack, as you're doing all your other ones, it was slowly raising one of its hands to then finally drop it on you. Because you did unarmed attack, what's your AC right now, Eric?
My AC is 20, actually.
Okay, thank you. What's my damage with it again? That's right. So against a 20 AC, the first fist comes down. It's literally right as you're finishing your flurry of blows. The first arm comes down, very, very heavy swing. But you easily are able to step to the side of it, finishing off that flurry and getting to the side. You didn't expect that it would be able to move quick enough to have a second attack come at you. So the next one, which is the other arm, just kind of like swings out and bats you aside, much like you would a mosquito or a fly that was annoying you in a room, though much more slowly, and smashes into you for 13 points of damage.
Jesus. All right. I take it and am sad by that.
All right. That's 13 points of damage to you, sir. And after that is going to be Bellum's turn.
All right. So
Bellum, honestly, these creatures look like zombies. Big, zombie-like hulking creatures.
Bellum is going to take a couple of shots with his longbow.
Mm-hmm.
However, he is going to, for the first time, use the longbow's ability to essentially fairy fire the one of them.
Oh.
One that is hasn't acted yet, but I have advantage on this because it hasn't acted yet anyway. I'm going to take the -5 to +10, and on both attacks. So let's see how this goes.
It's funny how the way it works is because Bellum never would have done that, but Bellum is very perceptive and knows how combat works. And when he sees Ryyk, he's watched Ryyk fight for a long while. So when he sees Ryyk delivering his devastatingly accurate blows and connecting and cutting into the creature, he comes to the realization, okay, there's this offensive. But then he sees Ryyk fumble and deliver like one of the weakest attacks he's ever seen. It's actually like almost embarrassingly weak attack, but still connects and hits the creature. That's when he realizes, oh,
I mean,
okay,
yes, but also Bellum 98% of the time takes the -5 to +10 just because I'm a risk taker. But that too.
And you make your roll.
So Scott's just gotta neg me.
Yeah, I know, it's all right.
No, what? No, I was saying studying his friend allowed him to see the opportunities.
That plus 20 more. Okay, so that is 22, that is 24, that is 34 points of damage, and I think you need to make a dex save against being lit up, right? Or no? I don't know how it works exactly with this bow.
Get lit up.
Okay. Sorry, what was that last part?
The bow now lights the thing up. I don't know if it needs
There's a saving throw against fairy fire, isn't there?
Yeah,
that's
that's
saving throw.
I don't know what it is. That's
Dex.
what I was asking. I think it's Dex, but I'm hitting
Dex?
it with an arrow.
Okay.
You're trying to dodge a flare, essentially. It's a magical
Right.
sticky flare.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hitting him with the arrow. So that's
yeah,
why
that's fine.
yeah.
Dexterity saving throw. As you might imagine, this thing does not have a very good
Dex.
Dex, yeah.
Everyone get advantage.
And what's the DC?
Would it be my spellcasting modifier?
Correct, because it says though you cast it.
14.
So actually, it does not flare up with fire. As the arrow like into it, thuds into it, is a 2 times 21 points of damage. That's a fuck ton of damage.
34 points of damage. I did plus
Altogether,
10
it
to
was
each of
24.
those.
Yeah.
Plus
So 21 plus 21, so it's 42 plus 2, is it? So 44.
Wait, I'm so
Oh,
confused.
yeah,
Yeah, 44.
you math strong, yeah.
I'm math strong. Yeah, 44 points of damage.
Yep. Give me 1 second. And this is the one that he was fighting the whole while, right?
No, this is the other one.
Oh, my apologies. I did miss that part. I'm so sorry. I actually did miss that. Thank you. So, thank you. There we go. So you do that, and as the arrow thuds into it, and the other one thuds into it, you can actually see the arrow kind of like just starts to ripple out towards the thing. A little bit of fire, the fairy fire starts to grow. A little bit of the glowing light starts to grow onto it, and then almost as quickly as it starts to spread across its body, it starts to come back, and then just poofs out. Does not take effect.
Perfecto. Bonus action. I will move. Are our backs to the door now, or?
Correct, but the door's open.
I guess I'll just spread out a bit. So I'm gonna just move 30 feet if I can to the left.
Okay.
Just spread out a little bit.
Stalbor, you're up.
I run to Ryyk, I rummage in his organ bag, I take the basilisk eyes, and I shove it in the creature Ryk's fighting's face.
Okay, that's
Look at it.
Mm-hmm. So you go rushing towards the thing, and you take the basilisk eye and you point it at the creature. So it's like staring in at the thing. That is. As you point it at the creature, you start to see that it starts to slowly have its face at first, like it like moves and starts lumbering forward. You can see its big heavy arm is going to start swinging at you next, but then its face slowly starts to turn and get dark, like gets a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? My apologies. It starts to get a lot tougher. It gets a lot more taut. It starts to move a little bit slower. You almost see, like, instead of being fleshy, it almost becomes like almost clay-like. the body as it starts to slowly transform. Now, as you know, this transformation is not immediate.
Couple of turns.
Exactly.
So as I see it's like slowly turning, I'm like, Ryyk, take the rest of the bag, that one, and I'm like kind of backing up, trying to keep the eyes staring at it as I try to not get hit.
Absolutely.
And if that would probably be my entire turn, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because you moved up, grabbed the thing, and all that. So after that is going to be the next creature's turn. Now the next creature has to move towards its nearest target, which happens to be just because of where people are placed about. Because it's to the right over there.
Kieran, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be, I suppose, Kieran. Yeah. So it's actually going to come lumbering towards Kieran. And poor Kieran, she ain't going to live.
She ain't gonna live. She'll live. We have a
She's
healer in
the
our
strongest one
party.
of us.
We have a healer. Don't worry.
She ain't gonna live through this.
And I always forget my modifier.
Basically already over.
Oh no, a zombie. What is it gonna do?
Kieran, your AC is 15. That's accurate.
Yes.
So the first attack it makes as it comes lumbering towards you, again, because all this stuff is happening simultaneously, so you weren't fully focused on what was happening over there. You were seeing this thing coming at you. So as it comes lumbering towards you, you see this thing coming, and Kieran moves very quickly. She's rather nimble. She has winds to guide her as she makes her movements and so on and so forth. So as it makes the first attack, it comes lumbering at you, slowly raising one of its arms as it does so, and even starts swinging before it even gets to you. So by the time it actually swings, Kieran sees the attack long before it gets there and steps underneath and away from it, and so you're safe. But then, same as what happened to Ryyk, you did not expect that second attack to follow through, and poof, you take 13 points of damage from bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay. After that creature's turn, it is going to be Kieran's turn. Kieran, unfortunately, you don't have your standard action, but you do still have your move and your bonus.
All right. Cool. But if I move him, I'm gonna provoke, right?
Yes. If you move more than just in circles around him.
Yeah. Oh wait, I have a bonus action.
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna quicken. No, wait, no, I don't quicken anymore. That's right.
Sweet.
I got rid of it.
You got rid of Quicken?
I got rid of quicken.
Oh, Quicken's good.
Because I had to use my bonus action, 1 for sorcery points, and 2 for my movement. My free movement that I get against spells. So I never really got to use quicken. Never really came up.
Oh, I did not remember you got rid of it, and so I was so excited you rolled the natty one. I was like, she'll still get a turn.
I know. You know what? Shoot. How quickly have these things been moving?
They move decently. Like, they move at the same speed as you guys do. But it's kind of like, it's like they move slow at first and then just start lumbering quick enough to get to you. And it's more like a matter of an uncontrolled momentum forward than it is like deft speed.
All right. Yep, there's not much I can do. I don't think taking the attack martini is going to be worth it because I can just catch up to me. Unless I can kind of get into a more defensive position, Scott. Is that possible? Like closer to my comrades?
Yeah, you can actually get all of your, so you can get it to like Stalbor, so like Stalbor or Ryyk are between you and it, and also between you and the other one. Or you could try to like book it over near Bellum. So you're like, I'm gonna go to where Bellum is.
Yeah, let's try that.
Do you want to try to book it to Bellum?
Yep.
Okay, that does provoke.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's nothing you can do with your bonus?
No, there's not actually.
Sorry. Okay, I'll make my attack against you. Hopefully I hit again. I mean,
huh?
I mean, what?
Huh?
And so as you try to duck away from the creature, it does get another lumbering attack at you as you go. And it's not that it made a third attack. It's just that its first attack never stopped swinging. And so it just kind of like kept going. And you just happened to move in the way of where it was going because you didn't expect the thing to just still be moving that slow. And the momentum and the weight behind it claps you for another 10 points of bludgeoning. Sorry.
Okay.
And now it's to top of initiative. It's Ryk's turn. Everybody has their normal turns now.
All right, so this thing's still in front of me, but it's slowly turning, correct?
Correct.
I don't think the tongue would be any use unless I start tonguing this thing. And I mean, this is a family show, so I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, don't tongue the thing.
So if you sneak up behind him, you get that flanking bonus when you use. Never mind.
Jesus Christ! All right, well, I'm just gonna swing at this thing. I don't want any of that. I'm a young man. I don't need people. Oh, baby!
Ooh, crit, baby, crit.
Two of these things are immune to. Oh, it's 5e.
Yeah, boy.
That's a really, really good strike against the creature in front of you.
Ain't no immunity to that.
Nope.
And that's gonna hit again.
Ooh, I thought that was on a 5, which would still hit.
I am going to use. I'm going to use my bonus action for a dodge. So that way,
Gives you they have disadvantage on attacks
the
against you.
disadvantage to
Wise choice, sir.
because I already got pretty fucked up.
And the intention is to try to keep between you and Stalbor, so Stalbor's kind of like holding the eyeball at the thing from like behind, right? Like,
Yes, the power of Christ compels you. All right, so that's 29 damage total minus any resistances, right?
awesome, Ollie. All right, so now it's gonna be the creature's turn.
Last turn for me.
The creature is, as I was saying beforehand, slowly transforming into. It's almost like clay-like. The creature is in front of you, and so it's now does its like swinging kind of lumbering attack. Its arm coming so slowly, but God, it has so much force behind it. All right, so 2 attacks with disadvantage. Apply that. That's its modifier. That many dice of that type with that much modified damage. Ooh, what? No, did I apply disadvantage?
Did you?
I did.
You should do that.
What's your AC?
It's a 20.
Why is it a 20, not an 18?
You are correct.
18.
I am a liar. It's an 18.
Okay, so I did apply disadvantage, and it's funny. One of my attacks is a 17, and one of them is a 19. So it's like that close to hitting you twice. So the first of its 2 attacks, even though you're kind of like dodging and trying to keep out of the way, it still gets a clobbering smash against you and deals 10 points of bludgeoning damage. However, even though you're recoiling from just the heavy blow of that creature, as the other swing comes in, you're able to just barely get out of the way of it, and you take like a smash to the side, but one that you're kind of roll with and allow it to not actually do any harm other than throw off your balance. After that thing, Bellum's turn.
All right, Bellum is going to Hunter's Mark, the one that Kieran ran away from.
Okay.
Boom. And then I'm going to shoot it, taking the -5 twice again.
Okay. That gives you advantage on it?
Nope, I forgot I Eric'd.
You did.
You fucking fool.
To hit? You like can't not hit unless you're
Yeah,
one.
I can't not hit. Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you
a
roll a
natty
2
1 I hit.
No.
I mean, no, I know I don't technically hit, but with modifiers, a natty 1 I would hit.
Yeah, I think you have to roll. If you rolled a 5, you would get a 14 minus 5 would still be a hit.
Oh, yeah,
So if you
with the
roll a
minus
1 to
5,
4, you miss with the way you're currently attacking.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
both hit. Do your damage, which is going to be considerably more. Oh, damn it. Holy hell. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So a 19 and a 14. Jesus.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, 19 and a 14 plus 20. So I do all it dies?
Hold on. No, it doesn't die.
Damn it. Karen, you're going to have to kill this thing.
You can do it.
And finally the last one. Okay. So
And then I will move 15 feet towards it to be between Karen and it.
yeah, because Karen didn't quite get to you, so you kind of close that gap and get like almost immediately in front of her to be her body shield. Because Karen actually took Karen's not wimpy by any stretch. She's not a glass cannon. She actually has a bit of con, so she has a bit of toughness to her. But she took a beating, like she clearly did. And you look over, and Ryyk has also been taking kind of a heavy beating over there as well. After your turn, Bellum, it's Stalbor's turn, which I imagine you continue to hold this thing in its face.
Yes, I do speak to Ryyk quite excitedly. It's like, I think I finally understand the magic that your ancestors have been using on this place. I must say the concepts and the practicalities I find quite fascinating. I might have to experiment, given some time, like while trying to dodge and like back up, holding the thing in its face.
Like,
It's funny because what you're dodging isn't the things attacking; it's
Right.
Ryk's swings and Ryk's dodges.
that's real interesting.
I'm glad you agree, Ryyk.
No, Ollie, that's your action. You still have your bonus if you had anything you wanted to do with it, or you can just pass.
I'm honestly gonna just pass.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, you can actually see its body finishes turning to clay. It's actually completely clay now in front of you, and then right at the very front of its face starts to turn to stone. Now you can actually see its body begins turning to stone. The other one starts rushing forward towards Kieran. It had that lumbering momentum that it had before. So it's going boom, 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 as it's making its way over towards Kieran. But unfortunately, Bellum kind of like rushes up and gets in the way, and so the thing does this like and swings at which should have been Kieran, but Bellum jumps in the way of the attack. And where are you, Bellum? I wish I could like prepare these attacks in advance, but I really can't because I have to wait to see how things go with other people's actions first. Bellum, is your AC a 17?
Yes, sir.
He jumps into the fray, and unfortunately, as he gets right in front of Kieran, he leaves himself completely exposed to this huge blow as it drops down on you, delivering 15 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Bellum. That actually knocks you sideways. It knocks your senses from you so much, you cannot get your defenses back up before you and take a second hit for another 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
Perfect. So that was 26 total?
Correct, sir. And after the creature's turn, who's now standing just on the other side of Bellum from Kieran. Kieran, it's your turn.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb as a 4th level spell, and then I'm going to twin it.
Okay.
And both of them.
Awesome. Throwing some lightning at it.
I'm going to throw Thunder at it.
Thunder?
Yeah.
Why thunder? Why not lightning?
Because the one's turning into stone.
Okay.
It's like Thunder would be...
Oh, so you're doing the one that Ryk's fighting.
They
Sitting
have to
both-
be against 2 different targets.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how twin spell works. They can't be against the same...
Smart. I like it. That's cool.
That's why I don't use it very often, because a lot of times we're rolling against one target.
No. That's wicked cool. I like it.
Yeah, so there we
So
go.
this is going to be the target that which one?
Both of them.
No, because we've always done separate attacks.
Correct.
Oh, I
First
see what
one.
you're saying.
So this probably be the one in front of me.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, it makes sense. It's the closest target, so it hit that
Yeah.
one first.
And then the other one.
It's just Bellum's getting bashed in the
I
face so
know.
much, he just takes the hit. Kieran, you're doing thundering against the one that's turning to stone. I'm actually going to allow you to roll twice for damage and take the greater of the two.
Nice.
Oh my
That's
god!
the greater.
I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
You fool.
Oh Jesus!
Goddamn
Fuck! Oh Jesus! Oh
Yeah, don't do that with Kieran.
no!
Or don't do that with me or Kieran.
I got some heavy damage spells too.
Oh,
No, I know, but you don't use them as much as you need to.
Karen, you have a bonus
not
action. Do you do
smart.
anything with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fly backwards and then move backwards.
Yeah, you just kind of like fly
Bellum.
back 15 feet and then move.
Bellum's got this. He's fine.
Yeah, he's the ranged guy in melee.
It's okay. I have new abilities.
All right, so Kieran flies backwards, as she said, probably as the thing tries to like swing past Bellum and almost like where it would have hit her, she kind of like uses the wind to throw herself just barely out of the way. Its hands kind of smacking through the cloak. If it had any form of dexterity, it probably could have grabbed the cloak to stop her, but it has none. It's just like an open palm to it and runs back even further to safety. Ryyk, it is now your turn. The creature in front of you just had this orb of magic come flying around you and smash into its face, completely shattering its face and its head in front of you. Like, the head is a stump. You know what I mean? It's not even, it's like the whole neck and a stump of a head is what's left there. And the body is continuing to slowly turn to stone as it continues to move and swing at you.
Still fucking fighting.
Yep.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to leave him with Stalbor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to stay in between them. I'm going to hit him with another Swing on my sword.
It's a hit. That's some damage. Some damage, boys. Okay, and it's another hit with some more damage.
And I actually think I'm just gonna save my my abilities for this one. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna take the extra damage.
Huh? Oh, okay. So you're just gonna do 5 more points of damage?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome. Now it's that creature's turn. And this creature is slashed up. Parts of its body are literally like hanging off. A good decisive blow could probably knock a whole limb off. Its head is missing. The whole thing's gone. But as it got blasted by Kieran's motion, Kieran's orb that completely destroyed its head and its neck and whatnot, as it stumbled backwards a little bit and it stood still for a couple of seconds. Ryyk, seeing an opportunity, hoping to finish the attack, moves up and does one heavy slash against it, dealing its 11 points of damage. But then all of a sudden it starts to like twitch and move kind of like erratically all of a sudden. And Ryyk sees he's like, oh shit, and does like another attack against it. And then it just continues to move extremely erratically. And it's like, and just starts moving significantly faster than it was beforehand and starts going at Ryyk. It doesn't have eyes, but it can still find you, and is coming at you with these erratic, heavy motions. Okay, Ryyk, here we go.
Ryyk gonna die.
Maybe.
I don't want it.
He has a pretty decent AC. I just have a really good attack with this thing.
We do have a bag of goodies. I don't know who has it at the moment, though.
I think
I think I have it. Yeah.
Okay. So, here we go. So the first attack it makes is the wild swing. Like I said, as you did that second attack, you were still up in its face and delivered the blow. It does this crazy wild, it's like faster than you would have expected for the creature that's lumbering and moving so slowly. You just straight duck underneath the thing and feel the wind whoosh by as the massive arm cause all this gust around you. But that didn't protect you from, for the first time ever, it actually uses a leg and like comes up and brings a knee at you and connects fully with your chest. And oh my god, it blasts all the air from your lungs, delivering a blow for 18 points of bludgeoning damage. You're pretty sure you felt a couple of ribs bruise instantly with that.
Yeah,
with that blow.
I'm now at 7 health.
Yeah, this thing is really, really dangerous.
I have the same health of my skeletons that are stuck under rocks.
Bellum, it's your turn.
Bellum is going to use his movement to move back 30 feet.
Yep.
You get an attack of opportunity, but made with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, because okay, cool.
Escape
Your
the
ability.
horde.
Absolutely. Give me 1 second. I'll make that attack against you with my disadvantage, of course. And you have a decent AC as well. And boom. I rolled a natty 1, so you move back with deft.
So, yep, so I move back 30 feet. I'm going to take 2 shots. I'll rinse and repeat. -5. All that fun stuff.
Oh! Your second attack actually misses.
I missed one.
Unless...
Look at that.
Unless...
No, I'm not going to action point it.
You're not going to action point for 10 damage? Plus more?
Nah.
Alright. So that's 22 plus... so 25 points of damage. Thank you. Okay, fun thing about that. What?
28. Because I do
sorry.
a D8 plus a D6. Yep.
My apologies. So... Okay. So, Stalbor, it's your turn. You're holding the thing at its face still. And finally, as the eye finishes its job and the entire thing finishes completely turning to stone in front of you. It just stops in its tracks as it's moving in these erratic, crazy motions. It just stops entirely. Doesn't move any longer.
I look at the other one. What condition is it in?
It is just as it took that arrow, starts to move erratically. It's like it starts to move with all these crazy spasms and whatnot.
I am going to hit it with a 3rd level magic missile. I'm gonna just like toss the eyes. Oh, was that my action holding the?
No. It was not. I did want to let you know that you're aware that the eye has a range of 30 foot effect. Just so you know.
Can I just
If you wanted to, or you can toss your magic missile, whatever works better for you.
It's gonna take like 4 turns to actually turn to stone.
The other one took 4 turns, 3 of your actions.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sort of put them back in Ryk's bag and hit it with a magic missile instead.
Yep.
17 force damage.
Okay. That attack actually delivered the most decisive blow out of any attack that's been delivered thus far. And so it actually takes like a huge chunk of its flesh comes flying off of its side, exposing what would be more flesh underneath its body. And that's when you come to the realization, like, this thing is comprised of flesh inside and out. Minus.
Stalbor's already figured it out.
And after Stalbor, you have a bonus action. Do you take it or no?
No.
Okay. The creature comes rushing forward, erratically, moving like just in this crazy spasms. It comes rushing towards Bellum. This time he was not like has that lumbering, and it's like you can't really predict his attacks because of how crazily he's not even walking straight. It's like one leg will step off to the side over here, and then this one kind of like drags it back forward, and the thing's not making much sense as it comes towards you, Bellum. Funeral march, please.
You're not killing me.
Sure.
Good, hit me with both. See what happens.
I swing at you with the first attack. And honestly, Bellum sees the crazy spastic movements coming at him. But honestly, he kind of reads it enough to somewhat dodge out of the way of the attack, only taking a clip for 7 points of damage. However, same as before, he just can't recoil from these attacks as well as he normally would from something that was probably equally harmful from a more common attack like a blade or the like, right? And then the second attack hits. It delivers 21 points of bludgeoning damage as it straight connects with the side of his head, his neck, his shoulder all at once. If it was just his head, it probably would have taken it clean off of his body. Instead, it just sends you reeling to the side, legs trying to get out in front of your body to stop you from falling.
Ouch. I'm still up.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was like,
No, I am.
Okay.
I am still up. And I'm actually technically better than Ryyk.
Kieran, your turn.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit better than Ryyk.
Great.
Kieran's gonna kill it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna cast as a 3rd level spell this time. The
Please do.
Chromatic Orb.
Are you gonna change it to the damage type? Are you gonna change the damage type because it's not rock?
I mean, probably not. Thunder's fine. It says 2nd level, but 3rd level. I changed the damage.
So, I'm sorry, what kind of damage are you doing?
Thunder.
Okay.
Again.
Yep. So, roll your damage for me.
Yep. And I'm twinning it. Yeah.
The other thing is stone, completely and stopped.
Is it completely stopped?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
fine.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
use
Never mind then.
what? Okay. So 27 points of damage. As you throw this chromatic orb.
I was gonna change my mind and hit it anyways, because as soon as we put the eye away, it's gonna turn back into normal, right?
You don't know.
I'm assuming.
I already put the eye away.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Well, I mean, he
I'll do it
just
regardless.
put it away moments ago. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you throw your first attack
Okay.
at the one that's closer to you, and just attack Bellum twice. And as the orb crashes into the thing's like chest, right at like the top of its chest, base of where its neckline would be, you see the rippling effect of the thunder damage. So it's rippling as the orb forces its way into the body. You see this flesh around the thing starting to ripple, heavier and heavier and heavier ripples coming off of it, almost like you're kind of like tapping a glass of water very quickly. It's like crazy ripples, and then the body starts to slowly like rip open a little bit. There's no blood, there's no like gooiness. It just rips open more and more and more flesh as the thing just kind of like slowly rips apart a little bit from the center and then collapses to the ground, not fully apart, not fully together, no blood or anything like that happening. And the other one, the one that's completely turned to stone, shatters apart in a whole bunch of stone like shrapnel all over the place around Ryyk and Stalbor and the like. So, and the two of them fall dead.
As it sort of gets like quiet, I'm just like, I thought this was a puzzle. No?
No. I'm pretty. I'm fairly certain that this is.
It's my kind of puzzle.
Intended to kill us.
It is a Kieran kind of puzzle. I'm going to immediately go up to the one that's still together and make an Arcana check to try and decipher the magic that's going on.
The one that was blown apart in stone bits, the one that's a fleshy.
The one that is flesh.
Okay, so you go over to it and you can make your Arcana check, sir.
Stalbor and Ollie already have a hypothesis.
Okay.
But he rolled like Garbo.
So unfortunately, you're not really able to figure out much. However,
aside from what Ollie already assumed, and it might not be right.
We can get to that in a second. You also, because of the fact that it is a corpse and it is made out of flesh and it is humanoid, you're welcome to roll me your medicine check if you are also examining it.
I might
imagine you would as part of the Arcana, yeah. So even though it's distorted, bulky, so on and so forth, even though it is clearly not a person because it's flesh within flesh within flesh, one of the things that you come to the realization of is it seems to be vaguely in the shape of a hobgoblin, but more importantly, the flesh is the tone, and if it wasn't so hard and dense, if it wasn't so thick, potentially even like it has the feeling like of what a hobgoblin's flesh does. And not red hobgoblin like Ryyk. This is one of the like brownish kind of hobgoblins. Now, Ollie, please, what is your theory here?
That they...
Does Stalbor share this?
No, this is just Stalbor, but he is going to act on this theory at one point. That essentially they've been turning clay into flesh via some sort of spell, which explains the wall outside and this thing, and it just sort of creates some sort of necromantic life, like false life. That explains why it's flesh all the way down, why it moves the way it does, that sort of thing. That's his theory.
Unfortunately, his Arcana check is not enough to...
kind of like a homunculus kind of thing.
Yeah, more or less the way that Kieran had destroyed the thing, it's like, it's hard to get a good...
It's one of the ones where I get a bad roll and Stalbor thinks the way he thinks no matter what, even if he's wrong.
I just want to say I'm very disappointed that Kieran used her 25% of the time attack instead of her 75% of the time attack, because lightning damage heals flesh golems and gives them a few other abilities. So
I actually didn't know that.
I'm just saying I'm rather disappointed.
I knew that, and I was kind of waiting to like be screwed.
Yeah, I was waiting for that as well.
I did not know that. If I had known that, I probably would have done it. Like just, I don't know.
Because she's not wise.
Yeah,
whenever the golem is subjected to lightning damage, it takes no damage and instead heals the number of health points equals to the lightning damage dealt.
Let's see what happens if we overheal it.
So
it feels too good.
I examine the corpse, and then I cast Mage Armor on myself.
I would actually walk up to Ryyk, and reaching into a bag, I'd hand him 2 potions, 1 potion of healing and 1 potion of greater healing, and then I'd reach down and like dig down there and be like, this is a bag of holding, and then pull out another potion, potion of stealth. So I give you 3 potions in total. Then I'd walk over to Kieran, giving her 2 potions of healing and a potion of stealth. Then to Stalbor, giving him just a potion of stealth.
And then as he's like handing that last potion to Stalbor, the 2 skeletons walk their way through the open doors and come up next to you guys.
So I assume we're not waiting around, although I would really appreciate time to regather my magical energy.
Is anybody else triggered by the misspelled spell on chat down there?
Oh, Mage Armor.
It's like Mage Armor. Was it willing?
Spell right.
Willing unarmored creature. Oh, okay. But he spells it correctly. You touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor.
It's almost like I copy-pasted the whole thing.
And then ends of the target dons armor.
Why are you surprised by that? Why is that a thing that you care about?
Do we think we can rest here? I mean, we killed the baddies.
I don't think we can rest here.
There's still a castle in front of you. You're in that courtyard.
I'm inclined.
Yeah, but it's in front of us. Probably locked up.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself a couple of times.
I'll begrudgingly go forward, just be like, okay, but when I run out of spells...
Taking a potion.
You guys do your healing now.
Yeah, actually, no. Let me see here. How much does that potion heal me?
You got 2.
He has 2 normal heals and he has 1 greater heal, which is 44 plus 4.
I'm going with the greater heal first.
Okay.
Plus 4. Because I need a lot.
Okay, I'm actually going to drink my potion of greater healing.
Aaron, don't you miss you could just cast like a negative energy spell on your undead
Yeah, the two
minions
are
and heal
And
them?
heal him. I know, so nice.
Ugh. Remember Dave?
Or
with
you
his
can like do like a
undead hand?
mass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some like AoE so you're damaging your enemies and healing your skeleton.
I know, like I miss that. Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's entirely intelligent for us to continue going, because I'm going to drink this last potion, but I'm only at less than half my health.
That second potion that you just rolled, Eric, should have
Yeah.
healed you 1 more, so 7 instead of 6.
Gotcha. Well, I have
Yes,
one more.
Dalbor is voting for rest. He's got enough juice to like fight if we get ambushed, but
We can take a little. We can have a little snack.
I think it's gonna be tough to.
I think
rest
it's
here.
short rest would
Yeah,
be
short rest.
appropriate.
But remember, during a short rest, we can use our pit die, and you guys just blew out your
Exactly.
potions.
Well, if we that's the thing. If we were going to do that, I probably would have done it
done
differently.
that
But
first. Yeah.
honestly,
That's why I was trying to suggest it before you rolled your potions.
But
then-
he said
I
you
didn't
guys-
think we had time to even rest an hour. That's what I was saying.
That's up to you guys if you want to try to do that. Obviously, you don't know the.
I'm
result
just
until
voting
you
for
try.
rest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm outvoted, so I will rest, but Bellum will be very upset about it.
I'll just be like, if you think something's going to attack us, why
So
don't
it's too late to not undrink those potions. Am I right, Scott?
You are right.
All right, well,
well, I'm going to use a hit dice. It means you have your
I
hit
will-
dice for like another short rest, which is good.
We only so
Hold
do
on.
we
Hold on a
do we
second.
go an hour uninterrupted?
Hold on a second. You guys are going to take a short rest, and that's wonderful. But while you guys are taking your short rest, why don't we allow the everybody else to do so as well? We'll be back in a few minutes with our third hour. See you soon.
hey, I see what you did there.